Good morning. Sorry I'm late, people. Sorry I'm late. Let me apologize. Me and my wife was watching TV, watching some at the show. But welcome to Not Just Sports by Noel Epps. Slug, happy birthday, DJ Slug. Happy birthday, my guy. Craig Davis, what's good? Okay. Before we get started, please do me a favor. Check me out on Rudy's Room. I'm trying to figure out what channel it comes on. It does come on TV. Um, it's on YouTube right now. It's on YouTube. So check me out on Rudy's Room. I posted it on my Facebook page. Check me out. It's us talking current events and just having fun, being funny, and all that other good shit. Um, also, showtimes Sunday, 10 a.m. and Wednesdays, 6 p.m. So check us out. Please like and share. Please like and share. I have a rant today. I'm sorry, but I have a rant. I have to go off because we live amongst suckers today. Okay? I got some inside information on the Knicks. Dwayne, Edward, and Lisa, my guy. How you doing, my brother? By the way, did y'all see Kemba Walker? Light up Kyrie Irving ass? I just put it out there. Hopefully y'all saw my man Kemba Walker, who I said I want over Kyrie Irving. Kemba Walker gave him 30 last night, 30 plus. I just want y'all to see. So I got some inside information on the Knicks. Don't forget busamove.com. Please don't forget that. Also, we're going to talk about the NCAA. Rodney Hammond was good. We're going to talk about the NCAA bracket. Also, shout out to the ladies of the de-icing ladies at JFK. Shout out to the ladies. Thursday's show was so good, so funny, so informative for men. So shout out to the ladies of the de-icing to open up and give us some inside information. Shout out to the ladies. Also, again, please check me out on Rudy's Room. Let me let this damn dog out. Kemba game definitely leveled up this year. Kemba has always been a ball player. It ain't just been this year. Kemba's always been that dude. It ain't just been this year. Okay? So don't say Kemba leveled up this year. It's all go look at Kemba's career numbers. Kemba's always been a dog. You just don't know about it because he's in Charlotte. Okay? Check my inbox. I will. Right after this, I will. But I gotta talk about these millennial kids, these new wave kids, these new wave kids, these millennials. I'm sorry, millennials, but I have to go on this rant. I have to give y'all some work. I am sorry. But we gotta talk about this. As most people know, there was a young man who kicked an old lady in the face. Is that bad? It's the worst. He's a piece of garbage. He is his game has grown this year. No Craig Davis. Kemba Walker has always been a dog. Matter of fact, his numbers might even be down from his numbers last year. Kemba Walker has always been a dog. Go look at his career numbers, Craig. Craig, stop talking about me. Stop talking to me about what I know. Kemba Walker numbers may be down this year. But as I was saying, this animal piece of garbage. He is a piece of garbage. Was on a New York City subway and kicked the old lady. Abdul Jabby was good. Dre Lazo was good. Kicked the old lady in the face. What kind of scum bucket are you? Who are your parents? You're an animal. You're a piece of shit to the highest degree. Who are you? You need to be kicked in your face as soon as you get into jail by some Iron Tip Red Wing Timberland slash boots. Just be kicked in your face. Who the hell are you? What kind of animal are you to be on a subway to see an elderly woman? Oh my God. Gary Callis, what's up? Cousin Thomas Haynes, what's up? To see an elderly woman and your reaction to her is to kick her in the face. What kind of scumbag are you? I'm sorry. Listen, I know the gooniest of goons. I know the biggest goons, goony goons. They have a limit of the shit that they're gonna do. I know real goons. They have a moral clause. They're never gonna kick an old lady in the face. Damon Adams, what's good? Gary Callis, what's up? No, you don't. You don't know what you're talking about. This year he was one of the league. Okay, guys, people, can y'all please help me? Tell Craig that Kemba Walker has always been a dog. Okay, Kemba Walker has always been a dog. But I can't talk about that right now, Craig. We'll talk about that later. This nigga about to catch mad work when he hit Rikers. Yes! Yes! But you know what? He done when he hit the island. Oh yes, he is done when he hit the island. That's a fact. Elderly and kids off limits. Always. Listen, I know real goons. Real live goons. They have a moral clause to them. They have a limit to what they're going to do. This scumbag kicked an old lady in the face. Like, who are your parents? You're an animal. You need your ass kicked. Every day somebody see you in the jail, they need to kick your ass. Like, who are you? But you know what's even worse? You know what's even worse? The person who decided to film it. The person who decided to film it and not do anything about it. Now, you're going to say, thank God we had the film because the police were able to catch that guy. Okay, but your instinct is to see an old lady getting kicked in the face, and your instinct is to pull out a phone and film it. You are a piece of garbage too, as far as I'm concerned. And don't tell me, I've been on a New York City train. Last time I was on a New York City train, I had an anxiety attack. Okay, listen to me. There is plenty of people on that New York City train. Nobody broke this up. Nobody went over to stop this man from kicking an elderly lady in the face. This is a problem for me. I'm sorry, people. This is a problem for me. Let me read some of this. Kemba been on his shit since Rice, UConn, and Charlotte. Thank you, Vincent Brown. Please tell Craig Davis that. POS is too good for him. Too good for him to be called. The people who taped it should be kicked too. You damn right. Don't even talk about Kemba. But the dude that kicked the old lady wasn't a millennial. Okay, I agree with you, Vincent. I didn't get there yet. I agree with you. The millennial was the person filming it. Vincent Brown. I wish I was on that subway. Would have did him dirty. Bold, straight facts. Straight facts. But I'm going to talk about this. Hold on. I want to join them in beating his ass. You know he going to PC. Oh, yes, he going to PC big time. They're going to poke his ass up. That's a fact. They suckers. Niggas stood by and did nothing. Oh, no, they could have hopped on him and held him till the police came. Andrew Aodiji, listen, Andrew is flooding the streets with the Bolden Mac gear. I'm in Bayshore, a barbershop, and I see Bolden Mac gear everywhere. No, I see this is on my train. I see this on my train all the time. And the last time I defended an elderly lady on the 7, the perp assaulted me. And transit gave 2 shits about me. Wow. Or the elderly lady, they care about the train to keep moving. And the only reason why y'all seeing this and transit act like they care because people not supposed. Listen, people. Especially men. See, here's the problem. Vincent Brown just said the man that attacked the woman wasn't a millennial. I agree. He wasn't a millennial. This was a dude that was probably my age or a little bit younger than me. Yes. But the millennials watched. You know why the millennials watch? Because they care about going viral. They care about people seeing this shit on Facebook and Instagram. That's what they care about. They don't care about doing the right thing. That's the first issue. Now, some people are going to say, well, the old lady must have did something. What could she have done? What could she have said to deserve to be kicked in the face? Think about your mama. Think about your grandmother. Think about your great-grandmother, your aunt, your sister. What could she have done? What could she have said to deserve to be kicked in the face? Like an animal. Like an animal. She was treated like an animal. That's the one part. Here's the other part. And Debbie Black touched on it. Let me tell you something, millennials. The millennial woman, the millennial girl, got bigger balls than the millennial man. Yep, you heard me. Today's girl, today's woman, got bigger balls than today's boy, today's man. And that's a fact. And I don't care who don't like it. I always say, today's girl, today's woman is going to save our black culture. It's going to save it because today's millennial boy, man, they're interested in getting high. They're interested in going viral. They're interested in doing dumb shit. So why would a woman like Debbie Black, who is my age, why would she have to step up to protect an old woman before any young man was on that train and had to step up and take care of a young lady? Debbie shouldn't be the first one to step up. And there's power in numbers. There is power in numbers. So if 4 of y'all jump on his ass, instead of sitting there calling yourself minding your business, 4 of y'all jumped on his ass, guess what? He couldn't take on all 4 of y'all. Just like, and I hate to refer it to that, just like the goddamn 9/11. You know why that other plane didn't make it to its destination, that plane that crashed in Pennsylvania? Because enough of them said, listen, there's 1 of him and there's 50 of us. If 5 of them jump on his ass, they saved some people. Y'all will jump a little punk-ass kid, but y'all won't jump a guy who kicked an old lady in the face. He's an animal. He deserves to be jumped. He needs his ass whooped every day. He's in Rikers right now. He needs his ass whooped. It's 10:30. He needs his ass whooped at 10:31. Then take a break, then whoop his ass at 10:41. Then take a break and whoop his ass at 10:51. He needs. Now I don't condone violence. I don't condone violence. But this guy is a special type of piece of garbage. He's a piece of garbage. I don't care what that lady said. I don't care what she did. She did not deserve to be kicked in the face. So when Debbie Black gets assaulted by another man, and the rest of y'all are watching because she's protecting an elderly woman, not only is the perpetrator a scumbag, you're a scumbag for watching it. You're a scumbag for filming it. You're a piece of garbage. Don't sit. If your thought process is I'm going to mind my business, you're just as much as a piece of shit as the perpetrator. And too many of these millennial men, and I know why they do it, too many of these millennial men are not being men. They're being sucker-ass boys. We live amongst suckers. And I'm telling you, I know the biggest goon, the baddest motherfuckers. And they wouldn't do nothing like that. And they wouldn't watch. I know straight menaces to society. And I know why you millennial men don't do it. I know why you millennial men don't do it. And it's the men of my age, the Generation X. You're at fault too. You're at fault. You know why? Because you have left your child, you have left your millennial boy in his mama's care. Because his mama can't teach him what to do with that. He don't know what to do with that situation. He know how to be feminine. His mama told him, sound. His mama told him, what's wrong with the sound? I'm sorry. His mama told him to mind his business. His mama never told him to be accountable. Your daddy would tell you to be accountable. Technical. What sound? Kemba went to another level this year, MVP. Stop, Craig, you don't know what you're talking about. He was like 38, 36-year-old punk. The whole train should have whooped his ass. You damn right. The whole train. Conductor, driver, ticket man, the bum, everybody should have whooped his ass. They want hits on their YouTube page. That shit generates money. It's sucker shit, Abdul. Dow Baldwin was good. Bolo was good. A career of average 19 points over 6 seasons is putting in work, Craig Davis? Craig is so lost. I'm a train operator for New York City. I see that shit every day. That's so sad. It's so sad. It's so sad. TBH, it's the culture with a lot of these weirdos. It's so sad to see. That plane was shot down. Plane. Plane. Richard Christopher. Y'all some non-reading fools. I said his game leveled up. Never said he wasn't putting in work. What? Craig. Do you think 25 points is an upgrade from 19 points a game? Gloria Powell. Hi, Auntie. Facts. Oh, hell no. They want to fuck with D Black is going to be a problem. Listen, Debbie Black don't ever have to call her husband. Listen, D Black, I expect her to call her husband. But let me get the information before her husband do. I'm going to meet her husband at the train station. Here's a, oh man, preach, correct. Tony Love, what's good with you? Oh, sound. Technical difficulties, no sound. Okay, I hear you now. What's up? What happened? Facts. Stacy, what's good? Like, like, the millennial boy who's being raised by his mama in a single parent household. Listen, this shit is real. This shit is redundant. I'm going to tell you what just happened to what the conversation I just had with my son last night. I'm going to tell you the conversation I just had with my son last night. And girls, and millennial girls, y'all need to stop too. Y'all need to stop thinking that y'all can go upside a young boy's head. You better stop hitting boys. Stop hitting them. You know why? Because they're not raised by men. They're not raised by men. So a lot of them don't understand that sometimes you got to turn another cheek to a girl. And let me tell you something, young ladies. I don't give a damn how strong you think you are. Just like I tell boys, I don't give a damn how strong you think you are. Yeah, there's a difference between boy strength and man strength. There is a difference between boy strength and man strength. Are there exceptions to the rules? Yes, maybe. But young ladies, please keep your hands off these boys. Because I'm seeing a lot of young ladies getting knocked out. That shit looks so crazy. When a boy knocks out a girl, the optical don't even look right. It looks crazy. It looks sick. So ladies, y'all need to stop too. You need to stop too. But go back to the millennial boy. They're being raised by their mama. Their mama don't want them to go to the hospital. Their mama don't want them to get hurt. So their mama is telling them, mind your business, baby. If an old lady's be kicked in the face, mind your business. Women, if you're raising single black men, single white men, single Hispanic men, single Chinese men, listen, that is not what you need to be telling your baby. Your baby should be a leader and be any. Listen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's jump this motherfucker. If you don't feel like you can handle it yourself, I'm gonna tell you a quick story. I posted this story on Facebook a couple of months ago. There was this. I went to the deli to pick up breakfast for my family. As I pull into the deli, there was this young man tweaking in front of the barbershop. It was cold outside. It was raining. He had no shirt on. He's tweaking at the barbershop. So I made a mental note of it because he's about 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 stores away from the deli. He's a good distance from the deli. So I just made a mental note of it and just kept on about my day. Let him tweak himself out. So I go into the deli. There's a young lady there with a baby. Baby couldn't have been no more than 1, maybe younger than that. She placed her order. She got her food or whatever. She goes out to her car. As she goes out to her car, here comes the dude from down the block tweaking. He comes from down the block tweaking. So he wasn't doing anything in the beginning. Again, he has no shirt on and it's cold outside. So he's tweaking. He's talking to her. She's just so oblivious to her surroundings. Maybe she didn't see him down the street. As she goes to put her baby in the baby seat in the back seat of her car, he then reaches behind over her car door and tries to go in her pocket or grope her something. I'm looking out the window, out the door, and I'm saying, now, there's another man in the store with me. There's another man in the store with me. He's looking at the shit in disbelief. I'm looking at the shit. I'm like, yo, we don't do that out here, homie. We don't do that out here. He looked at me and said, oh, my bad. But my thing was this. If I don't say anything, was that other dude going to say anything? Like, it's our job to protect each other. This man kicked an old black woman in the face. And somebody's filming it. It didn't occur to him to drop his camera and go protect this lady. So you're a piece of shit because you watched the shit. You're a piece of shit because you filmed the shit. But you're looking for a woman like Debbie Black, to step in and protect this old lady. Listen, today's boy is a sucker. He's a sucker in the worst way. He's a sucker. Today's man got to realize that they got to not raise their young men to be suckers. I got two young boys. Shout out to Nolan, got accepted to Monroe. He'll be attending Monroe College next year. You know what my boys are doing? They outside in the front yard right now raking up them goddamn leaves. That's what they're doing right now as I speak. So last night we was talking to my son about girls. Does he have a girlfriend? Yada yada this, yada yada that. And he was saying, "Oh, I don't deal with girls because they're all thoughts and they're all hoes." Hold on. We don't do that in this house. Men don't call women thoughts and hoes. I'm telling you, men don't do that shit. When men are amongst each other, they ain't saying, yo, so-and-so is a hoe. So-and-so is a thought. They're not saying that shit. Women say that shit. So-and-so is a hoe. So-and-so is a thought. A man wants a hoe at the end of the day. I'm just telling you real shit. A man wants a hoe at the end of the day. He wants a thought at the end of the day. If a man hears so-and-so's a hoe, that piques his interest. Trust me. Oh, she a hoe? Word, let me find out. That's what a man thinks. So my son is saying this shit. Oh, so I don't mess with her because she's a hoe. Oh, I don't mess with her because she's a thought. I had to explain to my son to sit his dumb ass down and explain, we don't do that here. Only people that do that are suckers or homosexual men. Homosexual men will look at other women and say, oh, she's a hoe. Oh, she's a thought. That's what homosexual men do. Sucker ass men. If you a sucker, you run around and say, she's a hoe or she's a thought. You know why? Because she scorned you. That's what sucker ass men do. You know what sucker ass men do? Sucker ass men kick a woman or old lady in the face. That's what suckers do. You know what else suckers do? Suckers film an old lady being kicked in the face. We are living in the age of the sucker. There won't be no suckers coming out this house. I'm sorry. Someone was sexually assaulted at Bayshore train station. It's everywhere. Witnessed in Atlantic Terminal back in June. A man punched an elderly lady to rob her of her purse. We chased him away. He disappeared into the substation. I love you, though. I know you got me. You know that's right. Niggas just wear dresses. David, that's a fact. That's a fact. Dudes is wearing dresses. And y'all trying to force that down our throats. Like, we supposed to accept this. No. No. That is not something that we are ever going to accept. No. Y'all are trying to say, yo, this is stylish. That ain't stylish. When you average 19 points over 6 years, Craig, that means 20 or better. That means you 20 or better a few seasons. I'm almost tired, Craig. Joe Kish, Melvin Gums, Davy, Dog Nuts. What's up, baby? Dog Nuts is in the building. Later, y'all, if I'm going to get shitted on for saying Kemba leveled up his game from 19 points to 25 points, and y'all telling me it hasn't, then I ain't got the energy. I mean that shit is clear as fuck. He increased the point production piece. Craig Salty. I agree, Noel. Kevin averaged 12 points, 12 rookie season, 17 the second season, third season, then 20 plus last 5 seasons. Craig, what are you talking about? Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, big fella. Looking like a light-skinned Gerald Levert. No, Gerald Levert looked like me. May God rest his soul this morning and bless your family. Thank you, Damon Hargrove. They don't want to even fuck with D Black. Believe that. I'm trying to tell you. Listen, all I got to do is hear about it. I'm on my way. I'm calling Rodney Hammond, too. We on our way. Probably before or just at the same time as her husband get there. Morning, Coach. What's up, Cleo? Horrible. Lock their asses up as conspiracy to the crime. Go, Nolan. Congratulations to the Epps family. Best wishes. Thank you. Fucking facts. Yes. Love you, Rodney Hammond. Damon, what's up? Ryan McGovern. What's up, Pa? Ryan McGovern works on the trains. What about talking about Dre? Is this his first season that what he averaged over an 82-game schedule? I'm sorry, but I had to get this off my chest. I'm raising millennial children, okay? You can't be a sucker and live in Bayshore. Not at my house. Not at my house. You can't be a sucker and live in my house. Because what we saw, what we witnessed on that train was some straight sucker-ass shit. I'm sorry, people. Don't and for some reason, black people, black men especially, want to be disrespectful to our elderly. They want to be disrespectful to our elderly. If you sat down and had a conversation with an elderly woman, that is some of the best conversation you can have. They are funny as hell because the filter is off. They don't give a fuck. Like, have a conversation with an elderly woman. Just sit down and just talk to her. But boy, we've got to fix these kids. And white America, white men, please, don't you think that you can help? You can help us. You can help us. You have some knowledge. You can help these young men, not just young black men, young white men. They need help too. Because we also live in the day and age where getting high is cool. Popping the oxy is cool. Smoking weed is cool. Being drunk is cool. How many pictures do you see on social media or videos on social media of somebody getting high? Like they cool with just getting high. Listen to the music. They like getting high. Our music, we celebrated the drug dealer. We celebrated getting money. We celebrated being jiggy. These motherfuckers celebrate being dingy and getting high. Yo, calling all men. I'm calling all men. I don't give a damn what your nationality is. White, black, Asian. I don't give a damn what it is. When you see a young man not doing what he's supposed to do, please check him. Don't be scared. Please check them. Please. And I'm only telling you this because I told 2 people this week. I told my wife and I told another young lady that I work with. Since I got sick February 1st, February 1st will be a day etched in my brain for the rest of my life. A lot of good shit has been happening to me. And happening to me or happening to things that I'm connected to and shit like that. For example, a young man named Devon Daniel. Devon Daniel. Devon, I haven't seen in years. I haven't seen him in years. I was on Facebook. He went behind the scenes. He hit me in my inbox, and he said, "Hey, Noel, send me your phone number." So I sent him my phone number, and he called, and he called me back. Now I haven't seen Divine in over 30 years. I've only speak to him on Facebook. Okay, he's now a pastor. So he started talking. He started giving me small talk about the Giants. Like, please leave my Giants alone. You going hard about my Giants and doing so. So we laughed a little bit. So he then says to me, "Yo, Noel, I like what you're doing with these young men with your football team. I'm going to donate some money to your football team." I'm like, "What? You're going to donate money out of the blue?" Now, I haven't seen this man in years. I haven't spoken to him in years. Just donated money to my football team. People donated money to my family. A lot of good things have been happening. So I'm starting to believe. Listen, call me crazy. I'm not trying to be arrogant. I'm not trying to be funny right here. I'm definitely not trying to put myself above anything else. But I'm starting to believe that I'm being a vessel. I'm being used as a vessel for positivity, and starting to be a vessel for love and positivity. Now, I'm not a perfect man. I'm flawed. I'm so flawed. I'm not a perfect man. But you see, this is Slug. Slug always says what he just said to me. Slug always says what he just said to me. Now, I'm going to tell you another story. Slug, every time I see Slug, he says, "The big fish is coming." He says that all the time. And I was like, "Oh, Slug, please, please, please." He says it again. "Oh, Slug, please, please, please." Because I didn't believe what Slug was telling me. Slug pushes me all the time. And I'm not perfect. But Slug pushes me all the time. "Yo, the big fish is coming. Big fish is coming. Big fish is coming." So I'm starting to believe that maybe he's right. Maybe he's right. Because I'm starting to believe that I'm a vessel. I'm being used as a vessel to touch people, to be funny. Be funny, to put smiles on people's faces. Even my car, like, for instance, my cars went this week, like 2 weeks ago. My cars went. And normally that would make me miserable. But then I said to myself, is this really a big deal? Is it really a big deal? So I'm really starting to believe that I'm being used as a vessel for positivity, a vessel for love, a vessel to bring people together. But don't get it twisted. I'm still Noel. I'm still Noel. I'm still stupid. I'm still funny. I'm still Noel. I will still talk about your pants if they ain't right. I'm talking about your sneakers if they ain't right. Don't get it twisted. But I'm really starting to believe that I'm a vessel for positivity, a vessel for love. I told my wife this, and I told another girl this that I know at work. So I'm going to use this platform to say this. Millennial men. No, let's start with men my age. Generation X. Generation X men. That's men who are over 40 right now. And don't tell me that, I don't want to hear shit about, "Oh, he's a white man, so he can't do it." Or he's a Hispanic man, he can't do it. Bullshit. He's a man. He's lived life. He's a man. If you see a young man, please, you see a young man doing some dumb shit, check him. It doesn't have to be aggressive. It doesn't have to be confrontational. Stop walking by people talking about you're going to mind your business. you saw a young lady being kicked in the face, and you minding your business, or you filming it, if you 40 years old and you filming like two girls fighting, you need your ass bust too. You a sucker too. You a sucker. You pull out a cell phone to film a fight, you a sucker. All day long, you a sucker. Be proactive instead of reactive. Am I perfect? No. But my conscience gets at me all the time. Just yesterday, I go to 7-Eleven to get some oatmeal for breakfast. And there was this young white man in a 7-Eleven with the biggest gash in his head. Biggest gash, blood everywhere. Looked like somebody bust him over the head with a bottle. So he's at 7-Eleven, like the cashier is standing there looking at him. He called the police, nothing. Just standing there looking at him. So I'm like, yo, he looked like he was drunk. So I'm like, yo, my man, we ain't calling the police or nothing? So I called the police. I was late to work because I called the police. Like, why isn't that the next thought? We just gonna let this man walk around with a big ass gash in his head? Nobody's gonna do anything about it? Like, what is wrong? Are we barbarians? Come on, people. Listen, that dude who kicked her in the head, he is an animal. He needs his ass kicked every single minute of the day. But we got to do better. I mean, as a society. I mean, Jesus Christ. What are we thinking about? What are we doing as a society? I'm sorry. I had to go on that rant. Oh, my whistle. Yeah. Okay. I got to get it. Real goons don't bother poor people or elderly women or women, especially elderly women. They help out old Miss Gladys with her groceries. Yes! I saw real niggas who was doing the wrong shit stop what they doing and go help a lady bring her groceries into the house. Sometimes leave her money. Yes. Real dudes. When you really want to have a high IQ basketball success, hit me up. Oh, please. You are blessed. Nothing can block your blessings, bro. You've been a vessel since '89. Okay, Debbie Black, maybe I have been, but I haven't recognized it. I haven't recognized it at all. Know when I recognized it? A day ago. That's when I recognized it. The lunchroom, been touching folks for years. Positive vibes, always. Class of '89, Nolan Black. Yes, you are being used. God bless you. Seth P. Zuckerman. Now, let me tell you about Seth Zuckerman. Because Seth Zuckerman is one of those people. Seth Zuckerman is a football coach. And he coaches in the hood. He coaches young black men. Seth Zuckerman is a Jewish man. Seth Zuckerman is the exact person I'm talking about. He's the exact person I'm talking about. Don't tell me you can't help young black youth or young white youth or young Hispanic youth because you're not the same nationality as they are. You can do it. You know why? Because you're a person. You're a person. You're a human. People just, I guess he's trying to say, people jump to conclusions but don't know why. What if the guy was a debilitating black back injury? Stop judging other people. What? What? Yes, instead of recording, it should have helped her. Preach, though. I don't know what Craig was talking about. But I had to go on that rant. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I had to go off about this dumb shit. Because it's annoying as hell. Every time I watch that video, I watched it twice because I was sick to my stomach. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, yo, dude, nobody's helping this lady? Like, this is what we're doing? This is what we've come to now as a society? I would hope if somebody was assaulting my aunts, my mother, my grandmother, that they would help her. Whew. Norin, peace. What's up, Norin? Let me move on. Let me move on. Earlier this week, I think Friday or Saturday morning, I posted some information that I got some inside information about Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and the Knicks. I got some inside information. As most of you know, I de-iced airplanes at JFK. All-Star Weekend was about a month ago. And somebody who works with a certain private airline company, showed me the passengers that was on a certain flight going to North Carolina. I believe it was leaving New York going to North Carolina. On the flight, showed me the whole list on the flight. There was like 10 people on this flight. 2 of them were NBA players. 2 of the 10 people on this flight were NBA players. The 2 NBA players that was just on this one flight was Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. That raises major red flags for me. Because earlier, we saw on ESPN Kyrie Irving and KD talking in the locker room by themselves. Now we got them on a whole flight by themselves. What could they possibly be talking about? Possibly talking about going to the New York Knicks. I also hear that Kevin Durant moved one of his companies already to New York City. So we are talking about Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, and maybe Zion Williamson coming to the New York Knicks. Now, let me tell you another thing. The NBA going to make sure that the Knicks get the first pick. I believe they're going to make sure they get the first pick. But if the Knicks happen to get the second pick, and that Ja Morant is out there, damn it, go get him. Damn it, go. Listen, Ja Morant is a dog, people. I was so impressed with Ja. I watched Ja Morant play like 4 or 5 times this year. Last night, they got smoked last night. I was so impressed with Ja Morant last night. If he had a little bit of help from his teammates. But what I liked is he still used his teammates. He shared the ball. But when it was time for him to step up and make a shot, he made 5 3-pointers in a row to keep the game close. Attacking the basket with a 7'4" dude there. He kept attacking the basket. The passes he throwing from different angles. Listen, I've only known one guy to throw accurate passes from so many different arm angles, and that is LeBron James. He was throwing the most ridiculous passes from the craziest angles. Listen, Ja Morant is for real, people. Is for real. So if the Knicks don't get the first pick, damn it, get the second pick, get Ja Morant. They can't go wrong with either player. But I told y'all from the gate, I repeat, I do not want Kyrie Williams. He's always hurt. He's a pouty boy. I want Kemba Walker. And if last night Charlotte played Kemba Walker. Charlotte played the Celtics. Kemba Walker played against Kyrie Irving. And Kemba Walker put his foot in Kyrie's ass last night. Kemba Walker put his foot in Kyrie's ass last night. Yes, yes, yes. Kemba Walker is a dog. Always been a dog. I don't know what. I don't know what Craig Davis is talking about. Oh, Kemba Walker, he stepped up his game this year. Stepped up his game? This has always been Kemba Walker. Did you forget Kemba Walker when he was at UConn and he carried them? He carried them through the tournament? Did you forget that, Craig? Did you forget the nights he's had about a couple of 50, 60-point nights? Kemba Walker is a dog. He's always been a dog. He played on bum-ass teams. Stop looking at point average. Oh, because he scored more points this year. No, stop looking at that. That's not what makes you great. He's a point guard. What is Craig talking about? Kemba Walker has always been special. He's just been in Charlotte. You don't watch Charlotte basketball. Craig obviously doesn't watch basketball. Hey, let me tell you something else about Kemba Walker. This is what I like about him the most. The bigger the point guard he's playing against, the better the point guard he's playing against, the better he plays. He played against Kyrie last night. He bust Kyrie head wide open last night. Let's stop acting like Kemba Walker ain't been a dog throughout his whole career. He stepped up this year. What are you talking about? Let's read some of this. Peace, family. Again, what if the guy filming had a debilitating injury, back or arthritic? Here y'all judging him, and he brought y'all the only thing he could maybe have done. He gave you footage of this heinous act. Craig, I don't give a fuck if he was in a wheelchair. I don't give a fuck if he was in a wheelchair. He needed to run him over in that wheelchair. His next thing has to be, what would he have done if there was no cell phone? Get your cane out, bust him over his head, something. You might have to take a left hook, but at least he is not kicking on this lady anymore. I don't understand the thought process. You talk about sports now, no knowledge. Love you, big bro. I'm out. Peace. Definitely John Moran too. Pat Mahomes throws those passes from multiple arm angles too. We're not talking about Pat Mahomes. I think Craig really, really tries to rake my nerves on purpose. Even Kyrie said Kemba brings it to him every time they play. Bolo. Kemba Walker, the better the guard that he's playing, the better he plays. Here's the problem with Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker is a rose surrounded by shit. He's a rose surrounded by shit. You put Kemba Walker with some players. Put Kemba Walker with some dogs. I can't believe that Craig forgot. Or maybe Craig don't know. I think it's Craig don't know. Craig don't know what that man did in UConn in that tournament in his junior year. What he did at UConn was so special. He carried them. And let me tell you something. Kemba Walker ain't the biggest guy in the world. But Kemba Walker is maybe 6 feet at best. Kemba Walker's special. New York Knicks. New York Knicks. The question is, the answer is Durant and Walker, not Durant and Irving. Durant and Walker. With some Zion Williamson. I want Zion Williamson first. But damn it, if we don't get Zion Williamson, Ja Morant is not a bad secondary pick. That boy Ja Morant is for real. He got big balls. I like that. So I got some inside information. Those two were on a flight together, coming to or coming from New York. I knew it was something along with North Carolina, an All-Star break. They were on a flight together. Just those two NBA. Nobody else on that plane was NBA basketball players. Just those two. Durant already moved one of his businesses to New York City. This is starting to look for real, people. From the Bronx, yes. Mount Vernon. He's from Mount Vernon. Kemba Walker from Mount Vernon. And Mount Vernon is the Bronx. Don't get it twisted, people. Mount Vernon is the Bronx. And it's gully over there. Give me Kemba Walker, not Kyrie. Just look at Kyrie over the last 2 weeks. I hear he's throwing his coach under the bus. I don't even want to hear Kyrie anymore. Kyrie just said last week, oh, I'm ready to sit out some games. I don't want to hear from Kyrie anymore. I'm tired of hearing from Kyrie. He's soft. To me, he's soft. He's soft. Give me Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker got nothing to be playing for. Not a thing. You ain't heard of him talk about sitting out no games yet. So Craig, again, I don't know what Craig is talking about. William Thomas, what's up, my guy? Shout out to William Thomas, too. Again, another thing good, another good thing, another good person stepping into my life. Another good man. Hopefully, hopefully my son gets that scholarship that William Thomas has a football program. I believe it's called Impact Football. And his football program gives out scholarship money. And my son applied for his football scholarship. William Thomas, let me get that right. Is it Impact Football? Impact Football, I believe it is. Also, shout out to, I don't know what church it is, but one of these churches in Bayshore, I'll get this information. One of these churches in Bayshore is giving out a Khalid Hill scholarship. And I mentioned this earlier this year. A young man, Khalid Hill, died in a car accident. The church has made 3 different scholarships for $1,000 for Khalid Hill, the Khalid Hill Scholarship. One of my son was nominated for one of those scholarships. So shout out to that church. I will get that information, but the Khalid Hill Scholarship money. Okay? Access VR, Suffolk County, offers scholarship money. So good things are happening, not just to me, but to my family. Again, and I think it's because somebody's trying to tell me something. Not somebody, let me say it right. The man upstairs is trying to tell me something. And I've never listened. And maybe I'm starting to listen. Okay? So, I don't know what Craig Davis is talking about. Kemba Walker is a dog. Always been a dog. NCAA tournament. Okay? A lot of y'all are picking Duke to win the whole thing. Oh, wait before I go on. With the NCAA tournament. Shout out to Rudy Breedy. Shout out to Rudy Breedy. Again, Slug always talk about big things are coming. The big fish is coming. Maybe this is it. Shout out to Rudy Breedy. We are trying to make some moves with not just sports by no laps. We're trying to get bigger. We're trying to get better. Okay? We're trying to make some moves. Please be on the listen out. Listen out to me for the moves that may be happening. All my sponsors or former sponsors, I will be hitting you up, or future sponsors, I will be hitting you up for a bigger platform. So be wary. Listen out for me. Listen out for all this information. Okay, Rudy Breedy. So check me out on Rudy's Room. Rudy's Room, you can find it on YouTube. I posted it on our Facebook page, and I will get the information on what channel the show comes on because it is on Cablevision. So Rudy's Room, be listening for that. But let's talk about the NCAA. NCAA, right now, today's games are going to be quite exciting. Looks like two blowouts, couple of blowouts, but I got an upset today. I got upsets today. I got a couple of upsets today. So listen out for it. In the Eastern Western bracket, you got Duke versus Central Florida today. Duke is going to smack Central Florida. Johnny Dawkins, former Duke player, is the coach. Okay, check it out, U2America.com. U2America.com, that's Rudy Breedy's show, U2America.com. Check it out there. Okay, Duke is going to smack Central Florida just because Johnny Dawkins is the coach. Johnny Dawkins, former alumnus, former Duke player, he's going to get pounded today by Duke. Your Central Florida don't have a chance. They don't have a chance. Zero chance. You'll be off that game at halftime. Okay? Here's the game that's interesting to me. Liberty versus Virginia Tech. People, listen to me good. Listen to me good. At Church's Motor, we'll talk tomorrow. Okay. Listen to me good. Liberty is going to beat Virginia Tech today. Liberty is going to beat Virginia Tech. I think Virginia Tech can't play offense. They're not good on the offensive end. Liberty could shoot the lights out. Liberty will get hot on you and shoot the lights out. I got Liberty beating Virginia Tech today. So that leaves Duke versus Liberty. Duke is going to pound Liberty. I got LSU versus Michigan State. LSU is going to play hard for that coach who got suspended. They're going to play hard. Something about Tom Izzo teams that, like, they play like the 1998 Knicks, the Knicks teams with Patrick Ewing, John Starks, they play like them. They're not very good on the offensive end. They want to pound you, and they want to get layups and dunks. They're not very good on the offensive end. I'm not impressed with Michigan State on the offensive end. But I got LSU playing with high emotion. I got LSU with good guards because guard play, don't get it twisted, guard play wins the NCAA tournament. Guard play. Ask Kemba Walker, Craig Davis. If you got guards in the NCAA tournament, you will do well. I got LSU beating Michigan State, people. Gonzaga dominating Florida State. Florida State is big. Florida State is deep. Gonzaga is also big. Gonzaga is also deep. And boy, can Gonzaga shoot. Gonzaga is going to take their bigs. They got that 7'4" kid in Florida State. That 7'4" kid is going to have to come out on the perimeter. He's going to have to come out on the perimeter and defend this big kid who can shoot the lights out. That 7'4" kid, hey, you can't play a zone against Gonzaga. Sorry, people. You play a zone against Gonzaga, you're dead. You cannot play a zone against Gonzaga. Gonzaga is going to kill Florida State. Texas State versus Michigan. Michigan's good. Michigan's good. Michigan got guard play. That young kid, that was a freshman last year, or was it 2 years ago he was a freshman? Whatever it was, Michigan is good, people. Michigan is going to beat Texas State. You funny, Noel. You say Kemba's always been a dog. His rookie, he averaged 12 points, 4 assists. A game. Yet Lonzo Ball averages 10-7 and rebound. Listen. sometimes, Craig, let me tell you about athletes. Sometimes, Craig, you can look at certain athletes, certain players, and tell what they're going to be in their future. You can tell at Kemba's rookie season, that Kemba was going to be good. Not good, but great. Lonzo Ball is not going to be good. He's not going to be great. It's just not in him. By the way, did you see that he left a big baller brand company? Did you see that he left? The one y'all was so excited about? The one that y'all thought that he owned or his daddy owned? Do you see that he left the company? Do you see that? When he could have had a Nike deal? Do you see that? Did y'all see that, huh? Opening day is Thursday. We will have an opening day show. Opening day is Thursday. So we got Duke playing LSU. That's when all the emotion runs out. Duke is going to pound LSU. Gonzaga versus Michigan. Again, Michigan's bigs are going to have to come out on the perimeter and defend Gonzaga's bigs. Okay? Gonzaga's bigs shoot three-pointers. Gonzaga's bigs are highly skilled. Gonzaga is going to cause problems for Michigan. I've got Gonzaga beating Michigan. I got Duke and Gonzaga in the Final Four. Duke and Gonzaga in the Final Four. This is when the train stops for Duke. This is where the train stops for Duke. Duke's Achilles heel is they can't shoot threes. Or they're inconsistent. They can shoot it, but they're inconsistent. Gonzaga can shoot the lights out. Several different players can shoot the lights out, especially that big. I don't know how to pronounce his name. But the kid was hurt earlier this year. The kid is back. He's a 7-footer who can put the ball on the floor and can shoot from the perimeter. That is a problem. Gonzaga is going to the finals, going to the championship game. Gonzaga will beat Duke. Gonzaga is going to the championship game. You heard it here first. We're going to the other bracket, the South and the Midwest. Virginia versus Oklahoma. Virginia, I don't buy Virginia. I think Virginia sucks. I think Virginia, their academics cause a problem for them to recruit. I think they overachieve, but then they go to the right place. Virginia will beat Oklahoma, though. Oregon versus UC Irvine. Here's your Cinderella team, people. Here is your Cinderella team. Oregon will beat UC Irvine. Purdue already beat Villanova. Iowa versus Tennessee. People, Tennessee is good. Tennessee is good. Do not get it twisted, people. Tennessee is the real deal. Tennessee's a top 3 team in the country, people. I'm telling you, Tennessee can shoot, Tennessee can rebound, Tennessee can run, and Tennessee plays defense. Tennessee is tough. Tennessee will beat Iowa. North Carolina, Tar Heels versus Washington. North Carolina beats Washington easily. Auburn already advanced. Ohio State versus Houston. Houston is good, people. Houston is good. Houston's going to smash Ohio State. Houston is loaded. Kentucky already advanced. So now we have Virginia versus Oregon. Virginia versus Oregon. People, this is where the wheels fall off for Virginia. Virginia can't handle athleticism. Virginia can't handle athletes. And Virginia has a hard time scoring. They're not good on the offensive end. And they just stiff, robotic basketball players. Oregon is athletes all over the place. They're going to play above the rim, and they can shoot threes. Oregon is going to beat Virginia. Oregon is going to beat Virginia, people. Listen to what I'm telling you. And we all know Virginia chokes every year. They always get to the Final 16 and choke it away. Oregon going to beat Virginia. Purdue versus Tennessee. Listen, I already told you. Tennessee's the real deal. Purdue got one player, that point guard. Tennessee going to beat Purdue by 20. North Carolina versus Auburn. People, listen. Listen to me good. I don't think Roy Williams is that great a coach. I really don't. I see Roy Williams shit the bed in big points in the game too many times. I think Bruce Pearl is a great coach. I think Bruce Pearl is the real deal as a coach. Bruce Pearl's a little nutty, though. He's a little nutty. And he's one of those guys who's on the edge of the NCAA rules all the time. He always, every program he goes to is close to being suspended for the year or being kicked out of the NCAA or something. It's always something with Bruce Pearl. But Bruce Pearl gets black players to believe in Bruce Pearl. Although they almost choked the game away the other day. They almost choked the other. They was up by 10 with a minute and change left and only won by 2. Maybe 3, I think it was. They almost choked the other day. But Bruce Pearl and that Auburn staff is going to give North Carolina hell. Listen to me. I got Auburn beating North Carolina, people. I got Auburn beating North Carolina. Houston versus Kentucky. Kentucky beats Houston. Kentucky beats Houston. They're just not big enough. They're not athletic enough. Kentucky beats Houston. So now we got Oregon versus Tennessee. Again, I told you before, Tennessee is the real deal, people. Listen to me. Tennessee is the real deal. They can beat you certain different ways. And let me tell you, again, the NCAA is about point guards. They got a point guard in in Tennessee. I forget his name. The kid with the dreads. Black, dark-skinned kid with the dreads. The kid from Tennessee, the point guard from Tennessee, is the real deal, people. Tennessee is going to beat Oregon. Auburn versus Kentucky. Kentucky will beat Auburn. John Calipari and Bruce Pearl, the same kind of coach, but Calipari is a little bit smoother than Bruce Pearl. Then last but not least, Final Four, Tennessee, Kentucky, Duke, Gonzaga, Tennessee versus Kentucky. Tennessee has beat, I think, Kentucky has beaten them. Tennessee beat Kentucky twice this year, I believe. They played 3 times. I think Tennessee has won twice. Tennessee gonna beat Kentucky again. Tennessee gonna beat Kentucky again. Tennessee is good, people. Tennessee's special. I got Tennessee and Gonzaga in the final, in the championship game. Tennessee, Gonzaga in a championship game. Gonzaga wins their first national championship. Gonzaga wins their first national championship. Mark Few gets his first championship. Gonzaga, look at Gonzaga today. I believe Gonzaga plays today. They play today or tomorrow. No, they play tomorrow. Gonzaga, let me tell you something. Gonzaga is for real, people. Gonzaga's big, and Gonzaga can shoot. Let's read. Many pass on Tom Brady. Some. Why does Craig always want to go to football? Many based on Tom Brady. Based on his pedestrian combine numbers, said he would be good. Some passed on Dan Marino. Jets didn't believe he could win. That's not why they passed on Dan Marino. Dan Marino was, they thought Dan Marino used to get high, used to do cocaine. But anyway, didn't believe he could win. Hell, people passed on Mahomes. There are countless players who were passed up on because other people don't know what they're talking about. What does that got to do with anything? North Carolina going to the chip. Glenn Jackson. I don't think so, bruh. I don't think so. Roy Williams shits the bed all the time. And let me tell you something. They have a hard time with Duke. They had a hard time with Duke without Zion Williamson. When Zion Williamson came back, guess what? Duke won. I don't believe in North Carolina. I don't think North Carolina that good. I don't believe in a goddamn point guard with that much hair. I'm telling you, him having that much hair being a point guard bothers me. It really does. I got 50 on North Carolina. I don't do all bets over this show. UNC wins it all. You tripping. UNC, what makes you think, Abdul, what makes you think that UNC is that good? UNC has a hard time with Duke. And Gonzaga going to smack Duke. UNC getting upset, people. UNC, Auburn is going to give UNC all it can handle. And the tighter the game, the worse Roy Williams is. The tighter the game, the worse Roy Williams is. And that point guard, he got all that damn hair. That don't sit right with me. Facts, Abdul. Sky Williams, what's up, baby? No, they split. I like the Zags too. North Carolina going. Tennessee and Kentucky. I thought they played 3 times. This year, Abdul. Abdul, check with me. I thought they played 3 times. I like the Zags too. I think it'll be Duke versus UNC for the 4th time this year. Who doesn't think that? Everybody thinks that. But I'm here to tell you, that damn Tennessee team is for real. That I'm telling y'all, listen, I can't wait to say I told you so. Wasn't Tennessee the #1 team in the country for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks? Tennessee is for real. Tennessee's physical. They play defense. They can shoot it. What's the point guard name? What's the point guard's name from Tennessee? Can somebody help me with that? What's the point guard name? The kid with the dreads. That kid is nice. I'm telling you, the tournament is about point guards. Don't tell me how big you are. Don't tell me about Florida State's 7'4" guy. Do you have a point guard? If you have a point guard, you can win this tournament. Ask Kemba Walker. They played last night. I think it'll be Duke versus UNC for the 4th time. They played last night. They crushed Duke. And Duke only won by 1. And the last possession was horrible. My point exactly, Abdul Jabby. Why was the last possession horrible, Abdul Jabby? Why was the last possession horrible, Abdul Jabby? I could tell you why. Because Roy Williams shits the bed. Roy Williams should have called the timeout and got that shit together. Roy Williams shits the bed every year. They should have beat Duke a 3rd time, but they didn't. 2 times they beat Duke, it was without Zion Williamson. Why don't y'all want to acknowledge that? And when Duke won, Zion Williamson was back. Why don't y'all want to acknowledge that? Why don't y'all want to acknowledge that? Acknowledge that, man. Acknowledge that. Zion Williamson was not there the 2 times they beat Duke. Duke is a totally different team without Zion Williamson. I'm interested in what's going to happen to Duke next year when all these guys leave. What's going to happen with Duke next year? You all sleeping on Tennessee, Glenn Jackson. Glenn Jackson, you all sleeping on Tennessee. Tennessee is big. They're physical. They can shoot. They got a point guard. And they're super athletic. They are athletic as hell. Telling you, check out Tennessee. College always been about point guards. No, not college. The NCAA tournament is about point guards. The tournament is about point guards, not the regular season. Because the regular season is a drain. Point guards, NCAA tournament. Auburn smacked Tennessee in the SEC tournament. That's a fact. And that's why I say Auburn will beat North Carolina. You, Abdul Jabby, you hit it. You hit the nail right on the head. Now, tell the truth. You caught Tennessee on a bad night. You had Tennessee on an off shooting night. Tell the truth. If you watch that game, you caught Tennessee on an off shooting night. But that's why I tell you, Auburn can beat North Carolina. Auburn ain't going to be scared of North Carolina. Auburn going. I'm telling you. Listen. Let's say North Carolina wins. It'll be by less than 5 points. It's going to be a tight game. I'm taking Auburn though because I don't trust Roy Williams in the tight game. Roy Williams never calls timeouts. He does shit. He does shit the bed sometimes, but he has won 3 titles at UNC. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. I don't think he has the type of talent that can overcome him shitting the bed this year. He doesn't have that type of talent. That point guard annoys the shit out of me too. I'm sorry, Abdul. Every time I see him, I'm annoyed by him. I'm annoyed by him. I'm annoyed by his hair. Like, I don't think point guards should look like that and be nice and ball. And you can't be that nice and you worried about your hair every day. No! Duke is 1 point better with Zion. Come on, stop playing. Stop playing. Zion was just getting his legs under him. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop it. Zion was just getting his feet under him. Come on, Abdul. You got to do better than that, son. You got to do better than that. Duke always gets a good class of recruits. Okay. Listen, by this time last year, Glenn Jackson, tell the truth. By this time last year, you heard about Duke's recruiting class. You heard about Cam. You heard about the other kid. And you already had heard about Zion Williamson. You haven't heard shit about Duke's recruiting class this year. Tell the truth. You haven't heard shit about Duke's recruiting class this year. I like how you tied that together. Auburn beats Carolina, but when Carolina smoked Auburn, then what? When Carolina smokes Auburn, then what? Carolina's not going to smoke Auburn. That's the problem. Carolina doesn't smoke good teams. They're not going to smoke Auburn. Glenn Jackson, you make sure your phone is on when that game goes down. You make sure your phone is on. That was in reference to Kentucky, Tennessee playing 3 times. They only played twice. Oh, okay. Okay, I could be wrong, but they split. He annoyed me earlier in the season. He's gotten better. That point guard, right? Zion is a dunker. That's it. Freak athlete. Oh, my God. Zion is a dunker? That's it? Zion is a dunker? That's it. Okay. Zion don't play defense? Zion Williamson don't play defense? This kid Taco Fall from Central Florida, he's talking real reckless. It's very hard to dunk on me. I mean it. I won't allow it. I won't allow it. I won't allow him putting me on his highlight tapes. Taco Fall, be prepared to get dunked on today by Zion Williamson. Listen, I was one of those dudes that wasn't a full believer in Zion Williamson because I saw some of the competition he played in high school. I was not a full believer. For some reason, when Zion Williamson leaves the floor, it looks like there's a trampoline underneath his ass. Taco, you're going to get put in the rim by him and the ball. He's going to put you and the ball in the rim at the same time with your long 7'6" ass. You are getting dunked on today, bro. Sometimes it's just better to be quiet. You are not the most coordinated guy either. Taco Fall, whatever his name is. Listen, you're more coordinated than most 7'6" guys. You'll play in the NBA. But today's basketball is not about 7'6". It's about 6'9", and agility and quickness and explosiveness. And guess what? Your man is 6'8" with agility, quickness, and explosiveness. I can't wait to see this. I'm going live when it happens. Taco, you're getting dunked on, bro. Freak athlete. I can't wait. That falls under freak athlete. Glenn Jackson. He's LeBron James reincarnated. I don't think he's LeBron James. I think he's Charles Barkley. See, you got to remember when Charles Barkley was in college, you got to remember a couple things. What Charles Barkley looked like in college, how explosive Charles Barkley was in college. Okay, Charles Barkley had a little bit better of a jump shot, and Zion Williamson's jump shot is underrated. He has a decent jump shot. Is it great? No. He has a decent jump shot. Again, I tell you all this story all the time. I saw a documentary when Bobby Knight was, Larry Johnson. Yeah. Larry Johnson wasn't as quick and wasn't as explosive, though. This guy is explosive. But I tell the story all the time. It was a documentary where Bobby Knight was the Olympic basketball team coach. Okay, this is when Michael Jordan was on the team and so on and so forth. Charles Barkley tried out for the team. He told Charles Barkley he was too fat to play. Charles Barkley scored 18 points on 9 rebounds. Listen to me now. He scored 18 points on 9 rebounds, and all of them were dunks. Charles Barkley would rebound the basketball, dribble the ball to the other end, and dunk on everybody. This is on the team with Ralph Sampson, Michael Jordan, Hall of Famers. He would take the ball from one end, dribble it down to the other end, and dunk it. People don't understand how special Charles Barkley was. Charles Barkley was a fat dude and explosive. This is why Zion Williamson reminds me of Charles Barkley. He's not fat, but he's 285 pounds, people. That boy is 285 pounds. God damn. He's a D tackle playing basketball. And he's not playing like a saw. He's throwing his body around. He is reckless abandon. That's why I see injuries in his future. I mean, I hope he learns to play a little bit more smoother. I like how he plays hard, but I just think that he is a little bit reckless. Zion's game is compatible to Blake Griffin. No, it's not. Because Blake Griffin is soft and he wasn't as reckless abandon. No, he wasn't. Blake Griffin was soft compared to Zion. Zion Williamson, I don't detect softness in him. See, I detected when Blake Griffin was in college, I detected bully in him. So that means against certain players, he played a certain way. I don't detect that in Zion Williamson. Zion Williamson is a dog. Question, what makes him a generational talent? Because what makes him generational is because he's 6'8", 285 pounds. And his quicks, his explosiveness is off the charts. I always said, you will never see a man the size of LeBron James move this way again. Well, I was wrong. Because we are seeing a man who's slightly bigger than LeBron James, moving like LeBron James. This boy is 6'8", 285. A monster. This ain't normal. 6'8", 280. Listen, I'm 6 feet. At 285, I wasn't moving like that. Lord have mercy. Glenn Jackson, great minds think alike. Barkley had handles. Yes. So did Zion Williamson.
You heard Big Baller Brand got bankrupt?
Oh, Big Baller Brand is bankrupt. Breaking news. Breaking news. Big Baller Brand is bankrupt. Just like I said they would be. Just like I said they would be. Boy should have took that Nike deal. Boy, he should have took that Nike deal. Boy, is his father a fuck up. Yes! And he ruined his son's career because the other one ain't going to get a chance to play. Barkley had handles, and so does Zion Williamson. Zion Williamson, did you see the bounce pass he threw last week? Gets the rebound, turns around, takes 2 dribbles, and throws a bounce pass as precise as Magic Johnson? Come on. Come on. People, stop looking at all the dunks and look at the boy play. The boy Zion Williamson is special. He's 6'7" in boots. No way. Abdul Jabbar, don't laugh. Because Abdul Jabbar, you know I said this, Abdul Jabbar. We argued about this for weeks. My son just walked in, breaking news, Big Baller Brand is bankrupt. Because his father got a big mouth. Anthony Jones, where's Derek Brower? That's a fact. Somebody tag Derek Brower. I got 13 minutes. Somebody tag Derek Brower. Derek Brower, formerly of the Syracuse Orangemen. Play with Derek Coleman, Sherman Douglas, Stevie Thompson, Rodney Cycli. Please, somebody tag Derek Brower. I don't agree with the Nike deal, though. I feel the ignorance failed him, but love the independent path they were going. Listen. Glenn Jackson, stop it with all that. See, this is the other thing black people want to do. Oh, independence. Oh, start your own business. Be your own boss. You got to crawl before you can walk, people. He ain't never ran a business in his life. His daddy ain't never ran a business in his life. He should have took that Nike deal. That Nike deal was worth millions. Take care of your family. Then take that Nike money and flip it into your business. That's how you do business. You ignored the Nike money. Take that Nike money and flip it into your... That's what Jordan did. That's what LeBron did. That's what KD did. You take that money, you take that Nike money is startup money, people. And then you wouldn't take the Nike deal, but you still win Kobe's, which is made by Nike. You will wear your own sneakers, but you're going to wear Kobe sneakers, which is made by Nike, where you could have had your own goddamn sneakers. It's ignorant. In order to start a business, to start a brand, you have to have funds. You just can't leave college, get your first goddamn Laker deal, which ain't a lot of money, by the way, by basketball standards, and then call yourself Big Baller Brand and sell t-shirts for $80, sell sneakers for $500. Sell chicletas for $250. And then call yourself, they ain't even giving their shit to the black community. But the black community want to ride with them. They didn't give a damn about the black community. They don't live with the black folks. They try to separate themselves from the black folks. The kids don't mess with no black women. The father don't mess with no black women. But the black folks be riding for them. Black folks would love them some LaVar Ball. Love them some LaVar Ball. The same man he said he could beat Michael Jordan in a one-on-one. The fuck? The same man who said he could beat Charles Barkley in a one-on-one. What the fuck? Please, I don't agree with the Nike. Okay, whatever. We tried to tell them, yes, Dre Lazo, Division I basketball player, played at Rhode Island, played for Coach Hackett, I believe. Played for Coach Hackett at Rhode Island. Played professionally overseas. Dre Lazo, don't get it twisted. Dre Lazo knew, just like Noel knew, that this big baller brand shit was going to be around for less than 5 years. When you, as a brand, don't make your brand to the #1 consumer of products in the United States of America. You know who that is? Anybody else tell me who that is? Who is the #1 consumer of sneakers in America? Can somebody tell me who that group of people are? Black people. Yes, black people. Black people will buy them some Jordans before they buy a car. Black people will buy them some Jordans before they buy a beef patty. Big Baller Brand decided to make their dynamic, their consumption by white America. White America don't buy sneakers like that. Have you ever seen what's that man that runs Paul Allen? You ever see Paul Allen and Zuckerman sneakers? You ever see their sneakers? Their sneakers be raggedy as shit. They billionaires. Their sneakers be raggedy as shit, but they're billionaires. Craig Davis was one of those people. Craig Davis was one of those people celebrating Big Baller Brand. He ain't got one Big Baller item in his house. He ain't got a Big Baller's bag. He ain't got a Big Baller's shoe. He ain't got a Big Baller t-shirt. He ain't got no Big Baller shirts. He ain't got no Big Baller chicletas. He got no Big Baller nothing. But he talking about LaVar Ball's doing the right thing. Okay. Trust it. Secure the bag first. That's the #1 rule. Secure the bag first. Should have took that Nike deal. Should have took that Nike deal. Jordan got pennies compared to Nike. That's a different conversation. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's the same conversation. We mean Michael Jordan got pennies. We mean Michael Jordan got pennies. What are you talking about? Michael Jordan got pennies. Michael Jordan took his Nike shoe and made his own brand. Do y'all realize that Jordan is not Nike? It's not a Nike product. Jordan is a Jordan product. Come on, stop playing. Exactly. Guess what? Guess what? The main boo in here said Nike ain't Nike without Michael Jordan. That's a fact. Who the fuck was Nike? Y'all niggas was buying Pumas and Adidas before Michael Jordan came along. Y'all motherfuckers was riding around here buying my Adidas. What? Y'all was buying that shit. Y'all wasn't buying no Nikes before Jordan came along. Stop it. Stop it, Glenn Jackson. Stop it. Prince Scott, what's up? His father is a visionary. Craig Davis be hurting my brain. His father is a visionary. And visionaries are mostly met with, I guess he's saying diversions. It's visionaries that lay the path for others. Craig. Oh, Craig, I can't. That's right. Lavatory Ball. That's his name. Lavatory Ball. Exactly, Craig. Oh, Glenn Jackson. His father is a visionary. A visionary of what? His son's a thief. He ruined his other son's career. And his other son can't shoot. He didn't secure the bag. He didn't take that starter money that Nike was offering him. And they come to find out he did not, I repeat, he did not own 100% of Big Baller Brand. How do you don't own 100% of a company that got your name on it? Come on, Craig. Come on, Craig. Lazo the Silent Assassin, Buffett, Gates, all of them probably shop at Target. That's a fact. Black people are the only people that shop at Nordstrom, Macy's. What's the other place, Marie? Lord & Taylor. What's the other place? We the only race of people, the only group of people that shop at places like that. It ain't got a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of. I stay in Marshall's, Burlington Coat Factory. I stay in them places. Shit. Who are you kidding? We're the only group of people that do that. What I tell y'all, I told y'all the Big Baller Brand snooze is going to be in Walmart with that little plastic piece holding them together. That little plastic clamp that you got to cut off with a goddamn a razor because the scissors are too goddamn dull to cut that mother. You break your scissors cut that plastic. I told you they're going to be in a box, not a shoe box. They're going to be in a bin. The motherfucker Big Baller Brand sneakers going to be in a bin with that goddamn twine holding them together. I'm telling y'all what I know. I told y'all this before, but y'all didn't want to listen to me. Y'all want to insist that Big Baller Brand knows what he's doing. Okay. Stephon Marbury was a visionary. He was. He was a visionary. You know what Stephon Marbury was doing? He was trying to sell you quality sneakers for $15. That's being a visionary. That's being proactive. That's trying to change the game. He was selling you. Lavatory Ball was selling you Starberries for $500. He was selling you Starberries for $500. What Stephon Marbury was doing was changing the game. Trying to make a quality shoe, and he wore the quality shoe. He wore that shoe. He wore that shoe and played basketball games. He was helping the hood. That's being a visionary. Not selling Starberries for $500, because that's what Lavatory Ball was doing. Market his own brand. They lagged at him. They laughed at him, I guess he's trying to say. They laughed at him here home, yet he went to China and damn near became a billionaire off of his $15 sneaker line. That is not true, Craig. That is not true. Craig is not telling the truth there. Jordan could have been his own brand. Jordan is his own brand. Jordan no longer works for Nike, Glenn. Glenn, hello? I don't know where you've been. Michael Jordan no longer works for Nike. Jordan is his own brand. Because they want us under an umbrella. Like I said, this is a different convo. Glenn, you have the wrong conversation, bro. Lavatory is a bullshit ass nigga. Yes, his Big Baller Brand business partner did 5 years in prison before. Talk your shit. Talk your shit, Dre Lazo. His vision, fucker, FCKA, his son's career, Craig, sorry. His vision fucked his son's career, Craig, sorry. That's a fact. Be easy, Noel. Good show. Thank you. Nike gets a cut. Nike gets a very small cut. Nike works under Michael Jordan. Am I right? Huh? I'm talking to my son. Nike works under Michael Jordan. Jordan has his own brand. Don't get it twisted. Nike is a subcontractor for Jordan. Do your homework, Glenn. You think you're going to buy Jordans? You buying a Nike product? No, you're not. Jordan is probably made on the Nike plant, but that is definitely a Jordan product. When you go buy a pair of Jordans, you are buying Jordans. You're not buying Nikes. Nike is bigger than Jordan. I didn't say Nike wasn't bigger than Jordan. And that's up for debate too. That's up for debate too. Not the way you Negroes go buy some Jordans. But Nike probably is bigger than Jordan because they still have KD, they still have Kobe, they still have LeBron. So that's probably a fact. But just like you have Puma, just like you have Adidas, just like you have Skechers, you have Jordan. Jordan brand. Don't get it twisted. But you won't catch me buying no goddamn Jordans. You ain't gonna catch my babies sitting in no goddamn parking lot in front of an athlete's foot for 2 weeks to buy some goddamn $300 sneakers. You must be out your rabbit ass mind. Glenn, the same guy that said James Harden was the best player in the world. Glenn better not. Glenn better not. Glenn better get his facts together. How you gonna say James Harden is the best at anything when he only plays one end of the floor? And don't tell me about, oh, he got steals. So what? Stealing the ball is not playing defense. Playing defense is playing in front of being able to stay in front of somebody, being able to have enough stamina, enough gumption to take somebody and take them out the game. Anybody got steals? Allen Iverson led the league in steals. Allen Iverson didn't play no goddamn defense. Stop lying, bro. I said he's the MVP this year. Jordans are a branch of Nike. Oh, my God. We just said that they might be a branch of Nike. Yes. Yes. Thank you. My wife just used the word I was looking for. They might, Michael Jordan uses Nike as a distribution plant. Yes. So is Nike getting some money off Michael Jordan? Yes. Is Jordan a brand separate from Nike today? Yes. What don't we understand, people? What am I missing? Take your team from 14 to 3rd with your team, all your team hurt. I don't want to hear y'all. Stick to the facts. Air Jordan is a subsidiary of Nike. It's a brand of basketball footwear and athletic clothing and created for the Chicago Bulls player Michael Jordan, the original Air Jordan. I sneaker produced for Jordan in 1984 were released to the public in 1985. So, I don't say what we're saying here, Craig. I don't understand what you're trying to say. Yeah, I don't understand what you're trying to say. Because I think I'm saying this. I don't think y'all are understanding me. My wife just gave me the word. The word is distribution. Let me give you an example. Puff Daddy. Or Jay-Z. Let's use Jay-Z as a better example. Or Kanye West. Kanye West is an artist who works for Rockefeller. But his music may be distributed through, I don't know, give me a record label. Elektra. Elektra distributes the music. Kanye is the brand. Rockefeller is the brand that's separate from Elektra. Do we understand what I'm trying to get at now? You can't be so naive that you think, well, Michael Jordan is making all these sneakers out of his garage. Hell no! Michael Jordan probably never even sees a goddamn sneaker. You can't be that naive. It's smart as fuck to do that. It's smart as hell to do that. Take your team 14. Listen, Glenn Jackson. James Harden could never get the MVP for me. He could never get the MVP for me because he only does one thing. I said off Nikes. Nobody cares about the regular season in the NBA. Dre Lazo, please talk your shit. Nobody gives a damn about the NBA regular season. Fuck it. Give James Harden the MVP award. Fuck it. Who cares? Kanye, Adidas, same as Nike. Yes. That's a good example, Glenn Jackson. That's a good example. You have the brand Yeezys. If you don't look at those goddamn sneakers, if you don't know and you just bought a pair, you wouldn't know those sneakers are made by Adidas. What do we know about Adidas? Adidas, listen, my wife is not a sneakerhead by far. She don't know shit about sneakers. But I know she know this about sneakers. Marie, what is Adidas' famous thing? 3 stripes, that's it. Those 3 stripes is Adidas. Period. Yeezys don't have 3 stripes. Yeezys is a brand that's a brand separate from Adidas. Adidas is the distributor. Why don't we understand that? Why are we having such a hard time with this concept? Glenn Jackson, you just proved it yourself. Yeezys is the brand. Adidas is the distributor. Jordan is the brand. Nike is the distributor. Does Adidas get money off of Kanye's sneaker? Yeezys? Yes, they do. Does Nike get money off of Jordans? Yes, they do. What are we missing, folks?
And that's what that idiot should have done.
And again, my wife in there talking her shit. And that's exactly what Lavatory Ball should have done. Lavatory Ball should have used Nike as a distributor if he was smart. And the only way he could have used them as a distributor is by taking that original deal and getting his starter money. He had to secure the bag, just like Abdul Jabby said. Secure the bag. But he's an idiot. Listen. Glenn Jackson, let me tell you something. Let Nolan come here 1, 2, 3. Let Nolan come in here 4 years from now and talk about Nike is giving him a sneaker deal. Lord have mercy. I can't even tell you how quickly we're going to accept that shit. I can't even tell you. Listen, I ain't even got to discuss that with there's certain things you got to discuss with your wife. I ain't even got to discuss that with my wife. Nike is giving Nolan a what? A cleat deal? A sneaker deal? Shit. Let Nolan, yes. Let him give him one pair. Just give him a pair of sneakers. Listen. Ha! But the father's so arrogant, is so ignorant. Arrogant combines with ignorance is retardation, people. I'm sorry. Big Baller Brand is a Big Baller Brand, though. Okay, who's distributing Big Baller Brand? He tried to get Skechers. Who's the distributor for Big Baller Brand? And that was the problem with Big Baller Brand. They had no distributor. They was making it out their goddamn garage. Who was the distributor for Big Baller Brand, Glenn Jackson? There were people not getting their sneakers. There were people placing orders and not getting their sneakers. Who was the distributor? Before you have a brand, you have to have a product. What good is you think only black people will buy a brand with no product? Big Baller Brand, though, a lot harder than what those guys did. Really independent. And then there's certain industries you can't enter. You can't enter. It's very hard to enter the sneaker world. You have Adidas, Under Armour, Skechers, Nike, so many sneakers. It's very hard to enter that world and make a dent.
Under Armour is struggling.
Yeah, that's true. Under Armour struggles. Under Armour is struggling. If it wasn't for Under Armour's pants, shirts, if it wasn't for Under Armour's pants and shirts, they would be crushed by Nike. But their dry fit shit, they were the first ones to have that dry fit shit, and their shit is quality, and their shit is expensive. So they survived through that. They're not surviving through sneakers. Did you see those Steph Currys? Those shits was ugly as hell. Steph Curry just made a nice sneaker. Where we at? Big Baller Brand's hard. You're having a hard time. They get a percentage they don't own. That's what I said. Glenn, that's what I've been saying. When building a company, failure happens. Craig, Glenn, I run a company. Glenn, I run a company, Glenn. I didn't make my first profit till almost 6 months. Glenn. When building a company, failure happens, but you can learn. It takes time. I can't knock someone for getting it in the mud. Listen, listen. Big Baller Brand was a failure from the start. It was a bad product from the start. It was badly constructed. It was badly promoted. It was a bad product from the start. When you have a product and you don't use your own product, that tells me everything. Could you imagine Michael Jordan walking around in some Yeezys? Could you imagine Michael Jordan walking around in some Yeezys? Listen, James Harden is represented by Adidas. Somebody filmed James Harden in a party wearing some Jordans. Adidas called his ass the next day. If you wear them again, we are dropping your ass. That's a fact. Look it up. Adidas called James Harden. If you wear Michael Jordan sneakers again, he was at a party. If you wear Michael Jordan sneakers again, we are dropping your ass. You damn right. So you got Lonzo Ball wearing Nikes when he has his own sneaker? Okay. Since Steph Curry sneakers hit biggest. And Steph Curry sneakers been ugly up until this point. Good show today. Keep it up. Thank you. So what you're saying is balls are stupid because they tried to become a competitor of Nike. Yup, that's what I said. They tried to become a competitor of Nike instead of using Nike as some starter money to build their brand and eventually become a competitor with Nike and eventually using Nike as a distributor, especially because your son wasn't that good. Yep, that's what I said, Craig.
No,
stupid.
Stupid. No, that's not why they're stupid. They're stupid for not applying basic business sense.
Oh, that's stupid too. Basic business sense. And what basic business sense says, you need starter money. You need a product. You need a distributor. They had no product. They had no distributor. And they did not, I repeat, did not have enough starter money. Again, basic business acumen. They lacked it all. And yes, they were stupid. You don't even use your own product. That's like me. I run a delivery service, right? So let's say I need a bed delivered. I'm going to call a U-Haul van, but I got a van sitting right in my goddamn yard. No, that's stupid. It's stupid. Why do they need to team up with Nike or Adidas or Converse? Why can't they put forth a product to compete with these companies? Because, Craig, they're not big enough. Craig, they don't have enough. They don't have enough money. They don't have enough product. They don't have enough distribution, Craig. You go try to make a sneaker go try to make a sneaker out your garage right now and put it on a shelf next to a Nike sneaker. Let's see how long your shit will sit there next to the raggediest pair of Nikes. Y'all really think that y'all could just sew something together and just put it on the goddamn on the internet and people are supposed to buy that shit? Y'all are bugging. Y'all don't have no idea what it takes. It is so hard to start a business. Hell, next week I'm coming up with a top 10 on why Jamaicans, black folks should not start a goddamn restaurant. I'll give you a top 10. I'll give you a top 10 reasons why Jamaican flavors, the local soul food restaurant can't compete with McDonald's and Burger King. Have you ever walked into McDonald's and asked for a Big Mac and they told you, yo, we ran out of Big Macs? What the fuck? Have you ever in your life walked into McDonald's and said, nah, we ain't got no more? What? Have you ever walked into a soul food restaurant, asked for chicken, and they told you, nah, we ain't got no more? So y'all expect the minimum. Y'all expect the minimum. Y'all expect the minimum from us. I walk into a soul food restaurant, 2 things need to be on that motherfucking menu all the goddamn time. 2 things. Chicken and macaroni and cheese. If you tell me you ain't got no potato salad, okay, I may understand. But if you tell me you ain't got no chicken and no macaroni and cheese, nigga. Could you imagine going to McDonald's and say, can I get a 10-piece nugget? Nah, we only got 8. What? What? We only got 8 nuggets? That's the same thing LeVar Ball did, but he did it with a sneaker. Yo, can I get a Big Baller Brand size 12? Nah, we only got them in 8s. Huh? Let me tell you something. Shannon Sharp ordered a pair of sneakers. If Shannon Sharp don't go on his show with Skip Bayless and jump in LeVar Ball's ass about not sending him his sneakers, Shannon Sharp still wouldn't have his sneakers. But because of that platform, Shannon Sharp got his sneakers. Ask me, do the local Negro that lives down the street order his shit online? Ask me, do he have his sneakers? Exactly. Companies fear that. They want a monopoly. Nike is not a monopoly. Nike is not a monopoly. Adidas is not a monopoly. What are you guys talking about? Even Rockefeller team had Def Jam to get their shit popping. That's a fact, Damon Adams. That's my guy, Big Bolo. That's a fact. Rockefeller had Def Jam as their distributor. That's a fact. Understand business.
That's why he failed.
You get shit popping.
You put a giant in your garage
And you're competing against a giant. You're competing against the biggest sneaker distributor in the world. Not the country, the world. They are selling Nikes in Australia. They ain't selling no big baller brand sneakers in Australia. Could you imagine? Y'all don't even know what it is to be a boss. Get this shit popping and kept their own boss rights. A lot of big time people got the big baller brand though. They couldn't keep up with the orders. Glenn Jackson, my man Glenn Jackson. You know why they couldn't keep up with the orders, Glenn Jackson? Because they didn't have a distributor. They can only make one sneaker at a time because they don't have a distributor. Could you imagine? You make one size, you don't have enough material, so now you got to make a size 6. Somebody ordered a size 12, but you don't have enough material, so now you got to make a size 6. We only got enough material here to make a size 6. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Listen, even the Chinamen know this. Could you go to imagine going to the Chinese store? Yo, listen, Chinese store in the hood. Yeah, yo, we ain't got no more we ain't got no more fried wings. What? The Chinaman knows that they gotta keep certain shit in the store. Black people the only ones. We the only ones. I walked into a restaurant one time. Listen, they were trying to save money at every cost whatsoever. It was so cold in this goddamn restaurant. We sat. This is Mama Cotton's birthday. We was in there eating chicken with our coats on. Swear to God. Am I lying, Marie? Nike started out. Oh. Listen to this. Nike started out in Michael Knight's car. Apple began in Steve Jobs' garage. Some of the most powerful companies. Oh, yes, God.
But they applied basic business sense.
Not only that, who was Nike's competition in the 70s? Go ahead, Craig. I'll wait. Converse, Pro-Keds. They made a better product than both of them. They apply basic business sense. You want to talk about Apple? What computer was it? You used to have to type run just to get your shit to the next page. Apple made improvements on a product that was already there. Nike made improvements on a product that was already there. The first computer was a black screen with green lettering. Apple came out where you could watch porn. Live porn. Oh, shit. Apple made it where you could go shopping from your sofa. And they applied basic business common sense. You're using the worst examples, Craig. Glenn, you're using the worst examples. It's 2019. They got it from China. But turn around, probably 3 months, that's the truth. Glenn Jackson, your boy, that Ball family ain't even allowed in China. Did that boy steal shit from China? Did that boy steal shit from China? And then he didn't want to acknowledge Donald Trump for getting his ass out of jail? They ain't even allowed in China. That's probably why they bankrupt. China said, fuck you, take your little raggedy ass shoe and get the fuck out of here. We're going to arrest you and that boy if you bring your ass back here. He can't even go to China. He probably can't go to a Chinese restaurant. He can't probably take his ass to P.F. Chang's. The fuck are we talking about here? Jordan is the only reason why Nike became number one. Glenn Jackson, we said that. Me and my wife said that. You're 100% right. Just go back about 10 minutes. We said that already. Nike was nothing before Jordan. Stop it. That's a lie too. Nike was already established without Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan took Nike to another level. Nike was already established. I had the blue Nikes with the yellow swoosh, the blue jogging Nikes with the yellow swoosh. I remember getting my ass beat because I wanted them Nikes so goddamn bad. Then they had the leather white on white ones. Nike was already established. before Michael Jordan got there. I had 2 or 3 pair of Nikes before Michael Jordan got there. Come on, come on, come on. Let's do our homework. Before Nike got there. These are the sneakers that was out before Nike got there. You had Converse. You had Pro Keds, which was being phased out by the 80s. Pro Keds, Nikes, Pro Keds, Adidas. And Run DMC had Adidas. And let's be clear, before Michael Jordan, you had Chuck Taylors. Chuck Taylor was a Converse guy. You had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's by Adidas. You had Kareem's by Adidas. And that was it, brother. That was it. Don't say, oh, Nike wasn't established. Nike was a top-selling sneaker before Michael Jordan got there. They was number 2 behind Adidas. And the only reason why there was 2 behind Adidas is because Adidas understood the number 1 consumer of sneakers is Negroes. And Run DMC had Adidas on with no shoestrings in them. I did not win them. I wore them off the Ave with my black lead denim. And that's what black Adidas understood. And guess what? Nike said, oh shit, Adidas is right. We got to give our sneakers to these black folks. Don't get it twisted. Nike for life. That's my man Muzzy. All he wear is Nikes. All he wear is Jordans. That's all he wear. Not true. I could go back to the Nike Cortezes. Yep, that's a fact. That's a fact. Nike was a running shoe first. That's a fact. That's a fact. Nike was a running shoe first. The first pair of Nikes I got was a running shoe. They were royal blue with the yellow swoosh and a suede front. Everybody wanted those Nike track sneakers. Forgot the model. Yes. Yeah, that's a fact. Hold on. I missed something. So if you want to be Nike or a brand, why would you join them? Because if you're Nike, if you're trying to make a sneaker brand, you would join Nike just for the fact of how much they can distribute your shoe. They could distribute your shoe throughout the entire world within hours. Not days, not weeks, not months, hours. They can have your shoe on a goddamn athlete's foot in Hong Kong within hours. That's why you join Nike.
Well, if you're not going to join Nike, apply common, basic business sense.
And she said, if you're not going to join Nike, apply basic common business sense. You know what people do with that ruins their businesses? They have more inventory than they can move or they can sell. That's a killer. That's a killer. That kills you right there because you spent $1 million on inventory, but you only selling 200,000 a year. That's a killer right there. Because what happens is they get old, they get phased out. You always got to be futuristic moving forward. Only business that does that, which is fucking genius, only business that does that is, listen to this, people, is Jordan. Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan will sell you some sneakers that he bought out in 1992, and black folks will go crazy. Michael Jordan ain't made a new sneaker yet. He ain't made a new sneaker yet. He recycles his sneakers and sells them bitches for $300 a pop. No, you're missing the point, Noel. Where there's a will, there's a way. If there's persistence and ambition and a different way of thinking and not afraid of big business, you can exceed. Okay.
Yes, you can, but you gotta have common sense
Everybody wanted those Nike track sneakers. Forgot the model. That's a fact. Not true about the Jordan thing, bro. What? Okay, I'm sorry, Muzzy. What you're saying? What you're saying is, by joining the competitor, is you'll never be your own boss. Craig, that's not what we said, Craig. We're saying you have to be an employee before you're a boss. That's what we're saying, Craig. Michael Jordan was an employee before he was a boss. And you have to have basic business common sense. Whoever advised Michael Jordan knew what the fuck they was doing. When Michael Jordan's shoe took off for the 10th time, somebody told him, yo, listen, take your brand and run. When that Nike contract was up, Jordan didn't stop. He started his own brand. So who did Nike come in with? Nike came in with Mr. Knight, Mr. Paul Knight, I believe his name is. He made his own goddamn sneaker. But Craig, but Glenn, this was in the 70s where there was only 2 sneaker brands that people were buying, and that was Adidas and Pro-Keds. I mean, Adidas, Pro-Keds, and Converse. There wasn't Under Armours. There wasn't Skechers. There wasn't it's just so many brands of sneakers.
Okay.
Quality sneakers, Pumas. The competition wasn't there. They got in on the ground floor, which was smart. You have to have a great marketing campaign and a great distributor. That's it. Rodney Hammond just sold it all up for us. Great campaign and a great distributor. What was Michael Jordan's campaign? Spike Lee dressed as Mars, Mars Jackson, whatever his name was. And Mike, can you fly? Do you want to fly like Michael Jordan? Just do it. No, that's Nike's thing. That's Nike's thing. Michael Jordan was air. It's something about flying. How about you need a great product? How about you can have the greatest product in the world? If you can't make that shit fast enough, ain't nobody gonna buy that shit. Mars Blackman, that was his name. Mars Blackman. Whew. The intentional bowler brand was getting put a little fear in the sneaker community. No, it didn't. Because Nike said from the start, we're gonna crush you like a pebble. Nike said that from the start. I don't know where you was, Glenn Jackson. Nike wasn't scared of shit. Trust me. Under Armour, who doesn't do half as good as Nike, wasn't scared of Big Bowler brand. We came up when your moms and pops buying sneakers out of a basket of A&P. You know that's right. And that's right where them Big Bowler brand sneakers going to be next week. And a goddamn A&P with that strong piece of plastic holding them bitches together. And then you got to look at them and make sure you ain't get 2 left shoes. That's a fact. That's a fact. You got to look at them bitches closely and make sure you ain't get 2 left shoes. And make sure they both the same goddamn size. So, listen, I got to go. I've been on for 2.5 hours. I didn't even think I was going to be able to do 2 hours. We've been 2.5. But when I come back, we're going to build on this. When I come back later on this week, you get the top 10 reasons why black restaurants don't survive. Because I went to a Jamaican restaurant Friday, and they told me they didn't have no more oxtails. She said, this is where the oxtails go in this area over here. So when there's no oxtails over in this area right here, that means we don't have no more oxtails. I'm like, what? I got to look at the area for oxtails? Holy shit. There are waiting lists for some products. Backwaters for upwards years or more. Okay, Craig. It said we can't make a sneaker without teaming up with a big company. It's not we, it's everybody. A white man can't make a sneaker either. He teams up with a distributor. It's not we, it's everybody.
No, you can't make a sneaker without basic business sense.
Yeah, what some of these guys lack, basic business sense. Okay? Listen, I'm watching Tennessee and Iowa. Okay? Tennessee is smoking them like I told you they would. Okay? And I got to take my wife to the barbershop. I see you guys this week, and we're going to talk about black business, black restaurants. See y'all later. Peace.